All right, let's do a quick deck tech before I dive into my meal here. For the start, we got some Sultai control here. One of the issues this archetype had last season was that it didn't feel like it always quite had enough win conditions in it, with just Uro, Pelucranos, and Ashiok as the primary win conditions. Enter Ikiora, standard all-star, multi-format all-star, maybe Shark Typhoon. So this card's really sweet. Casting it as an actual enchantment isn't something you do a whole heck of a lot, but cycling it and making a shark at instant speed and then beating people down with that shark has been very good in lots of formats. We played this card in Jeskai Control and Historic this morning. It was excellent. The fact that it just cycles on 2 to help you hit your land drops is excellent. The Sultai mana base from last season got the Triome as an upgrade. I think we're playing 27 lands in here. Yep, 20. I think most control decks in this format want 27 lands if they have 4 cycle lands. Just like you lose way more games to stumbling and dying than you do to flooding. The other thing that you'll note here, kind of a metagame call, there's been a lot of the Lurrus deck. I've got 2 Cry of the Carnarium in my main deck, and I've got 2 more in my sideboard. I think dumpstering that archetype with this card sounds really, really pleasant. Let's go ahead and hop on into some matches. I'm not going to give a ton of commentary in the first match, most likely, because I'm going to mute myself and eat my dinner while we play, because we've been live for almost 12 hours now. Need to get some grub in, but we'll be playing this one for at least the next hour or so. Thanks for hanging out, folks. While this opponent figures out their starting turn, I want to refill my water really quick. Perfect. Some running lands here. All right. I think we're just taking Luca here. I guess I can eat Luca. I guess we're taking Legion Warboss. And we're like digging for one of our sweepers. Just like we drew it up. wonder if it was almost right to be greedy there and take the Sailor and leave them the second Legion War Boss, just like assuming I had to hit a sweeper there. That might have been right, actually. Just like assuming I had to have a sweeper. Although, if they played well, they probably would have read that I had a sweeper leaving the War Boss and then not played it. So yeah, if they play well, taking the second War Boss makes sense. Okay. That is not what I was expecting out of him, but that's hilarious. Love it. Love it. Getting some ideas. They're probably, I assume they're a Winota deck. So I have a Jeskai Winota deck in the deck queue. So interested in, how'd the end of Blue-Black Flash go? It felt reasonable. We added some Dirge Bats at the end and kicked around maybe making it like a full mutate variation that seemed like it could have potential. Ace Scryed bottom, you love to see it. There's already 4 cards in my bin. This will be card number 5, so we'll be able to escape Uro here soon. Double Lips also go to Vivian's passive. That's a good observation. It's very, very true. Alright, so now we just pass. So we can counterspell / Shark Typhoon. So looking for a non-swamp untapped lands here. That's not terrible. Could be worse. Hey, Snooty Danubi. Thanks for the 5 months. Welcome back. Hopefully they don't have something scary to tap out for post-combat, but I don't think I can take that hit there with needing to take 2 to do it later. Bone Crusher, sure. Does my graveyard matter at all in terms of what cards are in here? I don't think so. If we can fade, like, Winota this turn, we can fade a ball. If I shock this in, it's counter unless they pay 4, which I think is worthwhile. What just happened there? I was thinking about using this at end of turn, but it just kind of passed through on me. That was weird. I think I'm just passing. I think I'm just going to pass. Maybe I bumped a button. But I click on their instep just in case this time. Yeah, it's fine. The draw mode and intervention doesn't light up or cause stops. Weird. We ended up playing Legacy this morning, actually. I didn't have time to build the Kiki Core deck last night. Alright, so looking for a Cry of the Carnarium here. I think that'll do it too. Get him in for the land here still. And this attack screams Ritual of Soot, right? Like shouts it from the rooftop. And then I think we just hold up this. I'm gonna re-escape Burrow. I only have one card left. What kind of a monster sacrifices their own shark like that? This one. Yeah, I've got these arrows that cycle, so I'm gonna go ahead and just put the land into play for now, I think. Yeah, the Legacy set this morning was really good. It was a total hoot. Gonna go ahead and Ashiok down tick here on the Joiner of Forces. Baby Godzilla's great. Don't you slander my boy like that. Baby Godzilla and I, we go way back, okay? Alright, so Cry sounds great here. They have a ton of stuff that does that. Heartless Act seems fine. Discard spells. Discard spells seem okay. Maybe I can trim some of those. Have a little bit more cards to play to the board. Rider and Gust both hit Winota, which sounds good. I don't know if this is quite a Disdainful Stroke matchup. They have like Winota and they have the Planeswalker Luca that we saw that it hits, but that's probably not quite enough. Blue Chronos probably a little bit slow and clunky. We have Rider, Uro, Ashiok, and Shark Typhoon as win conditions. Would I rather have Thassa's Intervention or Thought Erasure? I think I'd rather have more Thought Erasure, so I'm going to cut back 2 on here. Well, this can generate some real card advantage. Maybe that's the hedge for it. I could go down to 0 Erasure and put the Disfigures in. Disfigure kills Legion War Boss. Is there anything else it kills that we care about? Probably not. I like Intervention. The games we win are going to go long like that last one. And Intervention, in addition to being a counter in most situations. Easy mulligan here with no interaction. This hand obviously needs to draw a black source, but it's pretty reasonable if it does. Lead on. Temple on 1 here, probably. Sick. You love to see it, chat. Just like we drew it up. Turn 2 discard, turn 3 Uro land, turn 4 Ritual of Soot. Hey, Dirtle Greg. Thanks for the 22 months. I appreciate the very generous tier 3. Welcome back. I think the right play is just take Legion War Boss so I don't get caught with my hand in the cookie jar, so to speak. What does being timed out do? Being timed out just means you can't post chat messages for a 10-minute time span. It's really not a big deal. Would you like to dispute my Uro? Well, yikes. Ha! Alright, you love to see it. I guess we're probably dead just from attacks here, though. Yeah. I guess maybe I should have played that the previous turn. Mana being a scotch awkward there for us. Maybe I do want all the Thought Erasures. This is kind of inexpensive. Eat to Extinction is kind of expensive. Let's try that with more discard spells. Basic lands. Basic lands. Was there any Historic today? Yeah, we played Jeskai Control and Historic as the second deck this morning, and it was excellent. We played 4 of this card. It was very sweet. Hey, Flesh-Eaten Gnome. Thanks for the 17 months. Welcome back. Yeah, we played Legacy and Historic to start, and then a bunch of Standard after. No, we played Gyruda Cannon. It was awesome. At one point, we mulliganed to 3 and we killed them on turn 1 still. Just like everything I want and so much more in life. I'm gonna let this happen and we'll just grind them next turn. Ah, yes. A tried and true Hoaglandia classic. Keep 3 lands on the play in your 27 land deck, miss your 4th land drop. God bless us. Every magic. Yeah, Black Lotus is a messed up Magic card. When they've drawn as many Legion War bosses as you've drawn lands. Ooh, there are lands in my deck. Weird. Feels like we're still playing Blue-Black Flash. Yeah, something like that. Yeah, the opponent's playing Winota. Winota combo deck. Hey, thanks for the tip. For Historic Sultai Flash, I submitted yesterday. Sounds good. Did I tell you that that one was okay? I didn't respond to deck submissions yesterday. Let me double check. I might be refunding that. As a heads up, don't send me money unless I tell you your deck's okay. Good general advice. I appreciate the support, but Historic Queue's a little bit backed up at the moment. So I'm not sure that I'm taking more minimum Historic submissions until we get back into that format a little bit more. Just taking a little bit of a back burner to Standard for the next week or two at least. I'm just gonna die to mediocre beatdowns. I guess I get to make a 3/3 this turn, so I got that going for me. And then we're dead here. We can, like, kill the Winota, but, like, we just, like, gonna lose to their beatdowns at this point. Let's try another, shall we? What's going on, Cody? Yep. Yeah, this is the end of it. I'm gonna do probably another hour with this one and then call it a day. Alright. We can't Agonizing Remorse that one, chat. There is a small chance I might start a little bit late tomorrow. Don't tell my boss. Sure. So we'll take the Growth Spiral because it's their castable card. I think we're just like looking for counterspells, more counterspells at this point. Sounds good, Clyde. I'll drop you an email. Yeah, I was on super late last night, so I just didn't respond to any messages. That's one of the things I'm gonna. Alright, so we get to take their spell here. This is why we got rid of the other discard spell. I think the chances of the other discard spell having an impact by the time we got there was low. Bottoming that. Intervention has one job, countering this card down the line. Probably going to see us cycle the Shark Typhoon. Although, we might wait to cycle the Typhoon until we get to 5 mana, so that way we can eat the 2/2s in combat. That's probably the ideal sequencing. Hopefully we draw something worth doing with our mana next turn, so we don't have to just pass. had an okay life total, and the opponent's playing a Bant deck, so not anything super aggressive. Feels Magic Man. I guess the downside to waiting to Shark Typhoon is like, now they can Gyruda next turn and then I'll need to counter, but I guess then I get the Typhoon as a 4/4, so it's kind of whatever. What if I do this turn? I'm going to do this turn, actually. There really as many Gyruda decks on the ladder as people are complaining about. No. Nah, it's like 1 in... As someone who's been, like, literally playing Arena all day, it's like 1 in 5 at most where I'm at in the Mythic ladder. I also don't think it's, like, that busted, so I kind of expect it to fall off. Like, there are an appropriate number of interaction points, and when it actually does its thing, it's, like, not always guaranteed to do it. Maybe I'm just supposed to Uro there. Alright, don't peel a Gyruda on me, huh? Perfect. Show me your land. It's a good one to get rid of. They put a lot of creatures into play, and then they pig you sometimes. So pig, as you just saw there, is even costed. And then Shark Tornado here, basically performing exactly how you want it. Basically exactly how you want it to be. We got a little bit of disruption to counter their spell. And then we've got some pressure to beat them down. I get to scry 2 here. Gonna be 2 points short of lethal next turn. 1 top, 1 bottom, eh? You can always find my favorites on YouTube every day by checking out this page on my website here. Also typically available on the very front page of my YouTube channel. I tag a couple of favorites there formally each day. Disdainful Stroke sounds good. Returns to Nature doesn't actually do anything. Cut Cry, cut Ritual of Soot. Do I just like board Narset in because it shuts off some of their card draw and it impulses to help me find my counter spells? Yeah, I think I'm sold. Seems reasonable. Yeah, a lot of great video content organized on the website too. In addition to the favorites tab, there's a Hoaglandia Opens tab under the video section now as well, where I'm going to collect all of the results there. These viewers holding you hostage, you need to rest. This is last deck of the day, Scholar. I've had a great audience, been great to play all day. I appreciate all the support. Thassa, Amari. So I can just kill this, right? Do I just let them keep the Thassa? The Thassa I can get rid of via Ashiok later. I think I'm going to take the Elite Guard Mage because it'll draw a card on me. This is not a usual stream time. During set release, I do a lot of long days. Is when The hype is highest and the viewer count along with it. Correct, DNN. If you have a core for it you want to throw at me, feel free. Otherwise, I'm going to take a crack at that tonight after I sign off and get YouTube stuff published. That's actually a great draw. Kind of a great draw. Not really, because they're ramped. Perfect, DNN. Wow, really surprised they just YOLO'd it here. Oh, I guess I don't have double blue up. That's fair. They saw Thassa's intervention last game. They YOLO'd it because I didn't have double blue up. Alright, let's do this. So they have a window here to grab another Gyruda out of their deck, but if they don't stick exactly one of their other copies of Gyruda, we're in an incredibly good spot here. Now I think I'm supposed to give them a window to draw it again here to get my pressure going. I don't think I can sit here and just hold up Thassa's intervention while they have power in play. I think I just have to, like, clench and hope to fade. And then, like, Ashiok gets pressure going, and we can hold up Thassa's intervention from there. All your fears are given form. I think they want a double block here. I'm okay with that. I think I counter this. I'm going to trade Ashiok for the Elite Guard Mage here. So, when their hand is empty, Ashiok basically says exile any permanent they have in play. So, we're a bit ahead at the moment. They could still peel Gyruda or a series of good creatures and get back in this. I do have the Black Castle hiding here in my lands. So, I'm going to get to draw a card here and pay a little bit of life. Thassa is super annoying because she's going to get to tap down my creatures. Well, poop. This is a decent pickup. I think I'm supposed to just use my mana and pay 3 life to draw a card here. It doesn't feel good, but I think it's the correct play. And then I don't think we're paying 4 life. I think 2 or less life from cards from here on out is good. Really looking for, if we can find a Thassa's intervention, intervention should be able to dig us into a threat plus another piece of disruption ideally. I still have at least 1 land in hand with this pause here. They're also not doing a whole lot, so that's nice. And that is worth multiple cards, because not only do we get to escape it, but it gains us life. This card is so good, chat. It's kind of unreal how good this card has been. It's kind of been, I can't, okay, so we're just gonna like hope they brick for a turn. And we're gonna put this into play, because this is gonna make enough sharks to get around Thassa eventually. Yeah, the floor on pay 2 to cycle is just so high. Wait, that just tapped me off of double blue? God darn it. I feel like I highlighted and it didn't show me double blue when I highlighted it the first time. It tapped 3 blue to cast that card. It's unfortunate. Yeah, and I would have been able to play Narset here if I had tapped better and not let the auto tapper do it. Which would have put a shark into play. That's fine. We need another brick out of them, and they have a lot of bricks here, right? Like anything other than Gyruda is like basically a brick. And we're gonna get ahead very quickly with Narset. Any cost. Greatness at what cost? Not some cost, chat. Any cost. Sure.
I know 88 ways to defeat you. I have just the trick for this.
I don't know if this is the right play, but it's the fun play, so we're gonna do it. There's just sharks! Sharks everywhere, chat! There's so many sharks! What's better than 1 shark per spell? I can get 2 sharks per spell! We can now use our removal spells to make more sharks. That's definitely correct, and it is wonderful. Jump the shark. Thanks for the 3/4 of a year, J-Man. Welcome back.
Meditate and prepare.
This card is great. This card's great. Alright, so I'm gonna play this deck for another hour yet before I'm done, but I did just eat a meal, so you know the drill if you're a regular. I need to go brush my teeth really quick. I'll be back in just a couple of minutes. Thanks for hanging out. Don't go anywhere. Last break of the night. Alright, let's do it. Shark Typhoon. I've been saying King of the Cosmos when people keep asking me my favorite card in this set, but like, I feel like I'm almost obligated to like start changing that answer. Like, King of the Cosmos definitely has a special place in my heart, but like this Sharknado card, like the old Shark Typhoon. It's got some real fins in this format, chat. You could definitely say this Shark Typhoon has some fins. Our opponent's username is twitch.tv/DannyTLaw. So I assume you could probably watch this match from both sides if you want to pull their Twitch stream up as well. Seems like it would be bad advertising if they weren't currently streaming. As always, do not tell me the contents of anything in Danny's hand if they are live. But feel free to pull them up as well. Multi-Twitch is great, and watch from both sides. Main deck dispute, super common. Teamer A. Question here. Do I want to cycle this? Probably not at this point. This deck really wants to hit probably like double-digit land drops, I think, before we start cycling these. Have we done Shark Alliance? We actually played a blue-red draw cards deck this morning. After getting Mythic today, is there a point in climbing the Mythic ladder? If you finish the top 1,200 players in Mythic this month, you will earn an invitation to a qualifying event next month, where if you get 10 match wins and up to 1 loss in that qualifying event, you will get invited to the Mythic Invitational. Speaking of Shark Typhoons, this card's super good in fires. Oh, they're Wilderness Reclamation. Yeah, seems absurd in their deck too, huh? That deck was played 10 hours ago. It almost doesn't feel like the same day. That's an incredible draw. What if I... Is it crazy to kill their shark, take a card out of their hand with Ashiok? I feel like it's not. I might down-tick my Ashiok, get rid of their shark, because it's still 1-for-1 them while taking their thing out of play. That plays really bad if they have exactly another Shark Tornado. I think that's my line. It's possible that going down to 2 Ashioks in this deck is wrong. It's possible the second Ashiok is better than the second Pelucranos. If we bounce the wreck, we could catch it on the way down. Yeah, that's true. It's just like, I don't know. Yeah, Ashiok's been relatively impressive. Do I want to fight over this? I think the answer is no. I'm pretty sure that's just like a, yeah, that resolves. This puts a, is that a 4th card in? That's a 4th card in my bin, so this will be a 5th. So I need 1 more card to escape Uro. We need 6 things total. I can beat one of these things. I don't feel like I can beat 2. The upside to pulling the trigger on my Thassa's intervention there means that it gives me the cards I need to escape Uro next turn, which is great. Maybe I don't want 2 swamps there, actually, if I'm going to be escaping Uro. Ooh, that's a great draw. My body's ready to get, like, main deck Aether Gusted here. Frilled Mystic. That is not what I was expecting. Okay. So, feels like we're behind. Seems good. It's good with Wilderness Reclamation. That's their 3rd Reclamation out of here now, so that's decent. We're not thrilled to see that. You could say that. You could say we're not thrilled to see that, Mystic. This is definitely going to be a matchup where I think we're a pretty incredible dog game 1, but things are going to get better for us post-board. So we have like Cry of the Carnariums and Ritual of Soot and stuff like that are just dead draws. Unfortunately, game 1 here. That could be anything, even a boat. How much longer am I playing for? Probably another half hour, 45 minutes or so. Is that all 4? There's 1 there. Oh, yeah, they actually are. Yeah, good call. I think I'm supposed to take this opportunity to use all my mana and make a 3/3 in trade here in combat. Like, I could theoretically make a bigger one later, but I think using my mana this turn is pretty important. Up to 4 cards in my bin now for Uro. See if they have like a Scorching Dragonfire or something here. Perfect, super rewarded. Pretty sure I don't want to play this out here. I just want to cantrip through it again. This will be card 5 in my bin. And we're going to make a 6/6 here. Yeah, perfect. That's why. This is exactly why we don't want to... We don't want to cast it out here. Yeah, this card's powerful because at a minimum, it's pay 2, draw a card. And on like the high end, it like makes a 6/6 flyer and draws a card. God, this okay, yeah. Alright, I'm sorry, King. I would like to apologize. I would like to formally apologize to King of the Cosmos. Because I can no longer say that he is my favorite card in the set. I feel bad saying it, but I feel like I need to be honest with you guys. I need to be honest with everybody at home, and it's just King is not my favorite. It's this card. Have I told you that there are sharks in the Typhoon chat, and it is wonderful? What's my favorite? What's the favorite IQR card? This one. The one with the flying sharks. Crunch. Go. Why did they shock? Do they have, like, Expansion Explosion and they were thinking about finishing this? I feel like if they have Expansion Explosion, they should have killed this. Oh, just Intervention. Yeah, it's fine. So, there's a borderless version of this, but you can't currently buy it, which is a tilt. So, like, it must be like a reward for, like, end of season or something. Really looking for at this point. A way to not die to the shark. I don't know how many Brazen Borrowers they have, but I assume they have some amount more of them. The fact that they shocked and went down to a multiple of 6 was really good for us, though. I was about to say, if they didn't concede there, I think Shark's for dinner. If they hadn't conceded, Shark was about to be for dinner, chat. Alright, Ritual of Soot's out, Cry's out. Counter spells are great. Heartless Act doesn't seem great. Discard spells are great. Pelucranos is whatever. Would I rather have Eats or Murderous Riders? I think I'd rather have Eats, actually. Eats I can find with Narset minus. What do we think of this? Seems reasonable. Hey, thanks, man. Simple. We are doing well. Shout out to my wonderful wife, by the way. I know I've been live for almost 13 hours, which means she's been a single parent on top of bringing me meals occasionally for 13 hours. So thank you to her for putting up with that. I doubt she's actually watching. Sometimes she watches when the kids are poking in, but they haven't poked in today. I think I'm happy with that board plan. Yeah, let's do it. The Pelucranos, I feel like with the addition... So the Pelucranos is in here, felt necessary last season because we were light on win conditions. But with the addition of Sharknado, I think we're going to cut Poly-K. I think is the plan. Do we want Eat over Heartless Act? There's a good chance they have Uro in their deck list, Zoran, and Eat Exiles, which matters. I think Tail's End could be a decent sideboard card with legendaries and triggers. Maybe, if you really want a 1-for-1 Sharknadoes, you could play, there's the 3-mana counter all abilities and spells on the stack that aren't yours. Seems like it could potentially be reasonable. Read. Getting that negated instead of Narset sounds good, though. Hey, Ripples. Thanks for the 9 months. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Squirrels. Thanks for the brand new tier 1 sub. Welcome to Oaklandia, folks. Even if they counter this and then untap and do the thing, we have Return to Nature to get rid of Wilderness Reclamation. That resolved. You love to see it. Love to see it, chat. I can't understate how wonderful of an addition, or overstate, I can't overstate words, long day, how good of an addition these Triomes were. Really, really love their addition to both Historic and Standard. Yep. Alright. Doomblade, please. Alright, close enough. Oh, we're gonna get disputed. Didn't get disputed. God bless. I think I need at least a 3rd blue source in play. If they don't give me anything to intervention, I'm probably going to cycle this at their end of turn. I guess that's bad against another Night Pack Ambusher, though. Yeah, maybe I just like hold tight. I'm just going to hang tight. We see them pump Blast Zone to 3. And they want to put themselves down a land to, like, kill my Narset that already drew 2 cards. Seems like a good exchange for us. Like, obviously they need to take it off the table because it stops them from drawing with, like, expansion explosions. But still an excellent exchange for us. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and cycle this now. This represents Disdainful Stroke at least. There's 4 cards in my bin. This will be 5. This will be 6. I don't think I need to shock for this since they're going to put themselves down a land here with the Blast Zone most likely. Not escaping this back while they leave the Blast Zone on 3. The fact that I put Uro in the bid could make them be inclined to hold Blast Zone for a hot second. Yeah, I think because we showed them the Uro, they're waiting on this, which makes sense. It's convenient for us that they're missing their 3rd blue source, so they can't use their mana to like Castle or anything like that while they wait here. We have counter unless they pay 4 at the moment. That's a good pickup. I'm just gonna pass. That makes sense. Okay, maybe I should jam there. The shock made me think they had something, but yeah, it totally was just their third blue. So our Historic Nexus deck's gonna play Shark Typhoons? Yeah, most likely. And honestly, that's kind of a gift, right? Because it means, like, they're not going to... That's fantastic. It means they'll be able to kill you more quickly. When I can't shoot the other arrow there. I don't know. I wanted to hold up some counter spells. I felt like they might have something since they shocked in, but they were definitely just doing that. So with the second Thassa's intervention drawn here, I think if they just pass again on their end step, I'm going to go ahead and intervention for a bunch. That's really good. Man, that card is good. Man, that card is good. Ashiok is actually pretty reasonable against that card. It's another reason to put a second Ashiok in our 75. Because Ashiok gets rid of the token and then still takes a card out of their hand, so it basically ones for ones it.
I shall miss your company.
So if I tap out here for an intervention, they can what's it called? Expansion Explosion for 3 cards, but I think that's fine. Arrow of their own, sure. Alright, so I think my plan now is, since they tapped off of this, I'm going to end step Thassa's Dig 4, and then we'll untap an Uro. Twitch chat is just, like, desperate to play Tail's End. Y'all like Tail's End way too much. Yeah, Tails ending their shark trigger means that you still got 2 for 1 because they still draw a card and you spent a card just to answer the creature, just for reference. Tails End is great in Brawl. That I believe. Did you see the brief interface pause there after they cast their growth spiral with red blue up? They definitely have an expansion explosion in their hand. A little arena tell letting us know what's up. Yeah, Whirlwind Denial does 1 for 1 it. I don't know. If you're playing your own Shark Typhoons or you like have removal, I really don't think you need to put, like, bad cards in your deck to try and beat Shark Typhoon. Like, don't get me wrong, Typhoon is good. I'm just saying you don't want to put mediocre cards in there to beat their 1 card. Alright, so how much mana do I have here? I have 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So I can Shark Typhoon, make a 5/5, and have 4 mana up. So that seems great, right? Because I can Typhoon for a 5/5 to trade, and then still have 2 counter spells. So I have Gust plus Stroke or Return to Nature here. Alternatively, I could Typhoon for a 7/7. Let's count my mana here. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, right? 5, yeah. Let's make a 7/7. My shark's bigger than your shark. Neener, neener, neener. Alright, so we're gonna get Explosion for 1, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. They're gonna draw 8 here. I feel like we're still in a fine spot, though, right? Like, even after they gas up, like, I have a full hand, they have a full hand, let's go. Yeah, like, Shark dies. Oh, and they're leaving mana up, so it's like Shark dies, they draw 4. Yeah, that seems fine. I get to, like, untap and do this. Let's not tap triple blue for my Narset. Looking for just counter spells here, or more things to kill Wilderness Reclamation. Or Shark Typhoon, sure, we take those. Spectral Sailor, sure. That's not super useful if we can keep Narset on the battlefield. Yeah, 4, 5, 6 mana total here. And they know about the Typhoon. I don't want to deal with that one just yet. Next. Oh, I had 7 mana actually, right? Yeah, because I still have 5 up. I think I'm supposed to pull the trigger on this. Alright, so their thing happens. Narset's at 2. Thank God. Alright. Show me what you're working with. That's interesting sequencing decision. Hey, Wicked Games, thanks for the 19 months, I appreciate that. Welcome back, thanks for keeping me around. I'm gonna leave Narset at 2 here. Just, like, make them take that off the table. Sure. Am I dead? They can't do 23 yet, can they? They might be able to just 23 us here. They can't draw cards, but they might be able to kill us. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's 10 plus 6. I think they have 26. I think it's 22. I think I count 22. This is 11, 16 plus 10. Yeah, they can do 22. That's funny. That's super funny. I'm glad I'm not feeling 22, chat. Glad I'm feeling about 23. Feeling about 23 at the moment. One and 0 confirmed to be different numbers. What is our library? We have 26 cards. They have 30 cards. Ooh, that's a good one. This has been a 6 set. I don't know. I've like almost certainly slopped on this set at a few points. Like we've been live for just across the 13-hour mark. Like this is the type of Magic you want to play like an hour or 2 in, not like 13 hours in. Whew! Oh, they already sailored. Yep, been there. Narset's real rude. Narset is real rude. Yeah, I mean, I guess we do this, right? They have no mana, right? Yep. And this is a blank, I assume. Just another arrow, sure. Basically blank. I've got 3, 6, 7, 8, 9 mana total here. So I need to make a shark. The question is, do I don't even need to make a shark. I could just do this. I can escape this other one to untap it. Now let's just make a shark, huh? Yeah. Let's just do this for 4 in case we draw something useful. Negative. Yeah, just put our cards on the table. Gain as much life as possible. Keep this one because it's not going away. Go. Opponent gets to scry 2 before they draw. Alright, they found one they like. Survey says. They find like Brazen Borrower or Bone Crusher Giant. Yeah. Okay, so now their Spectral Sailor's unlocked, right? So they get to draw a bunch of cards with that. But their life total's under real duress at this point, because I've got all of these. So they get to almost gas back up to full on just the back of the Spectral Sailor. They can draw up to 5 if they tap out, right? But there's no guarantee they want to tap out. So like they get to pick up a few cards. They're gonna draw at least one more here, I assume. That's actually an okay draw. So they're through 2 expansion explosions. I think I'm actually supposed to lead on Narset, because if I Thought Erasure and they expansion it, I lose the Narset for no value, which feels bad. There's downside to both, but like I think they almost assuredly have two more expansion explosions, so I think I'm right to lead on this as opposed to Thought Erasing. I am not. I put an asterisk or 14 hours in there, and we're closing it on 14 hours. They're so far behind. I'm just gonna attack with just Uro. I feel like if I keep the Narset in play, they just can't catch back up. Why not erase before Narset if you're worried about expansion? Because I literally just explained why. I literally... Darn it, Twitch chat! Darn it! Oh, Twitch chat. I appreciate you. You're like my children. You make me shake my head and chuckle a lot because of the things you do. Those kids, they say the darndest things. Clocks. My opponent is at 11 minutes on clock, and I am at 18 minutes on clock, and we are up a game. So, like, if I manage to fumble my way into losing this somehow, we're in a good spot for game 3. Why didn't we expand their Narset when they erasured us? Expand, Narset, expand! You think I want to eat the sailor? That's probably true. Just in case it, like, can interact with the Narset again. It's probably reasonable. And this leaves me enough mana that, like, I can still stroke something and pay for dispute here, because this game's gone on for, like, 800 turns. Spectral Sailor, it's what's for dinner. Oh, before activating? Okay. Yeah, I think you're probably right. Yeah, because, like, they have to kill Narset, but then if they kill if, like, this is card to kill Narset, expansion explosion, this covers the expansion. So, like, regardless of what their two cards are, I'm kind of surprised. I assume we're going to see them escape Uro here. It doesn't draw a card, but it gains them life, and then it trades with my Uro, so, like, it buffers them a little bit. Yeah. I'm kind of surprised it took them this long to do this, but I guess they used their mana in other spots the rest of the turns. So... Narset says, no, you don't get to draw a card, but they do get to gain life. You get to put a land into play. We do have to actually worry about dying to Expansion Explosion at some point. Because they do have just, like, you know, their lands time 3 in mana. And then I assume if they don't top, we're going to see them float 4 mana, untap, and then castle again. They put 1 on top, so I assume we'll see them castle again here. And then speaking of castling, I'm going to pay 2 to draw a card, right? Like, even if this is Expansion Explosion, it's not drawing that many. It doesn't draw any, and it doesn't do that much damage. Yeah, we can start using a castle of our own. Aye, aye, aye. Aye, aye, aye. Aye, aye, aye. Castle in the sky. Ooh. Ooh. Night Pack Ambusher. That's fine. We could draw in a way. Maybe I should have. Huh. I could have potentially hit something to kill them here if I countered this. Is Eat lethal? It's not quite lethal, but it's like still pretty good, right? So we'll go Eat your Uro. Trophy your wolf. Yes, that one can stay right there. Trophy your wolf. Attack you. Hey, Mr. Tasty, thanks for the 26 months. You have paid for that dispute, you could have exiled both arrows. Why do I care about their other Uro? It's not drawing them a card. No, if they use Expansion Explosion to kill Narset, Narset doesn't actually go to the graveyard until state-based actions are checked, which means when the spell resolves, she's in play and blocks the card draw. Alright, 3 lethal threats, 2 counter spells in hand. They can't draw extra cards. That's true. They would draw 1 card if it was on our turn. And they hadn't drawn another card already. So, like, I was gonna do another one after this, but, like, this match went super long, and it was a really good match of Magic, and I really love ending on a high note. So I think we're gonna be done after this one. I think we're gonna be done after this one. Thanks everybody that hung out through the end. Kind of crazy. We still have 2,600 people in here today. I don't know that I'm gonna start exactly at 8:30 a.m. tomorrow morning, but I am planning to be live again tomorrow for a good chunk of the day. In fact, I think, yeah, I was just saying, when we sign off, we're gonna host Danny T. Law. A bunch of people in chat said they were watching both sides, and that the opponent seemed like a decent person, so I was going through their lines thoughtfully, so it sounds like giving them a host would be a good send-off. I'm so excited the Void keeps open today, Alkalol. I'm gonna finish that stupid mission. It's gonna be great. Have that get auto farming as soon as I'm done. I don't know that I'm gonna be in the Discord tonight, but I've got because I've got decks to build and stuff, but yeah, anybody who's new, by the way, I've been live for 13 hours. A bunch of these videos are already processed on my YouTube channel. There's going to be videos from today with new set, standard, historic, and legacy published on my YouTube channel in the next 30 minutes too. So if you're looking for more Hoagland content and you weren't here all day, in the next 30 minutes I'm going to publish a whole slew of videos from today. The Legacy deck was a treat. I love you, Shark Typhoon. Shark Typhoon, I didn't know I could love a card until I saw you. You're so beautiful, Shark Typhoon, with your big swirly fins and your flying sharks and the typhoons. You're just so wonderful. I want you to know, Shark Typhoon, that oh no! Oh no, they have the bigger Shark Typhoon! Oh, I thought for sure they were dead and this game was over. God bless America. Yikes. Yikes. We're gonna need a bigger boat. Ain't that the truth? Alright, pass. I have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 mana. So I can escape this. Leaves me with 12. If I escape this, I can't make a bigger shark and Disdainful Stroke. So I think I'm just passing. Because I want to make a bigger shark and hold up a counterspell. I was monologuing. I was giving telling a love story to this Shark Typhoon. Caught me monologuing again. You sly devil. Magic's great, chat. I like Magic. Alright. You know what sounds great? A 9/9 shark sounds great. Always a bigger fish, chat. Always a bigger fish. They draw Brazen Borrower. Are you kidding me? 5, 6. Be a blank. Be a blank. Be a blank. Brick. 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 Come on. Come on. I was ready to sign off. I don't need this pressure in my life. I don't need this pressure in my life. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. No, they can play the Borrower as a blocker, chat.
We still have much to learn.
They could play this and block with it. I think I could have won this game if I hadn't been monologuing and I would have thought about this. I was just like mentally checked out. It was like ready to be done. Oh, they should have played the Borrower already, right? They can't win game 3 in time, I don't think. They have 4 minutes and I have 15 minutes. They quite literally caught me monologuing. Alright, what outs are in my deck? Do I have something to kill this stupid Borrower? Please, for the love of God, tell me I have something that kills this stupid Borrower. Why can't I... Wait, is this my whole deck? That's my whole deck. I have a trophy. We have a trophy? Alright, so we're 1 in 7. Oh wait, I can draw with the castle too. Sick. We can draw with the castle too. Narset's a redraw. If we hit her the first time, we can't castle Narset Trophy. We're 1 land short. That means we can castle Narset Trophy. Alright. Alright. Hit me, dealer. Hit me. Come on, 2 outs. Third of our deck, 33%. God bless America, my country, 'tis of thee, sweet land of liberty, of the I sing. Bum 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 bum, do 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 do, do 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 do. No, I'm a lit. Oh, I could have Urrowed into the trophy because I drew the land. Oh, the Uro puts the land into play. Oh, no. Listen, chat. Jeff 10 hours ago might have seen that line. Jeff right now definitely did not see that line. I want the record to reflect I'm going to time them out on the principle. Or maybe I should concede. Maybe they care about their ladder rank. I might care about my ladder rank. I'm going to time them out on principle. I don't think we can win this game anymore, but I don't think we can lose the match. Wow, we snatched defeat from the jaws of victory. We snatched it right out, chat. They caught me monologuing, and we did it. God, man, Shark, it was fitting that I was monologuing, paying an ode to the Shark Typhoon, and then Shark Typhoon came out of nowhere and just dumpstered us. I was saying a love song to my friend the Shark Typhoon. Oh, you know what? I should have sideboarded differently. I should have boarded in all of my removal spells and just tried not to lose. I should have boarded in the Eat 2 Extinctions and everything else and just like done my best to not lose this game. Why did I keep this hand? Did they put me on the play? No, I lost, so I got to pick to be on the play. Shh. Just don't. You know what? I don't want to hear it. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Alright, let's do this. Alright, Shark Typhoon. I want you to know, Shark Typhoon, that you're the reason I lost game 2. But you're gonna be the reason we stay in game 3 here. You and me, Shark Typhoon. I got my ride hitched up. We're going places, you and me. You and me, little Typhoon. Don't tell nobody nothing. Definitely should have boarded in all my Doomblades. Definitely should have boarded in all my Doomblades. Alright, I'm going to counter this unless they pay 1, and then I think I'm cycling a Shark Typhoon for no value here. Work up towards cards in the bin for Uro. They don't have time to float mana or search or anything like that. They have 70 seconds. I think this block means we should be good. They get to escape Uro here, huh? They get to escape Uro here? They gotta, like, find their fetch lands and tap their mana, though? That advert so y'all can see it. That was a long fetch land, chat. Long fetch. It's rude. It's rude. Gain a little bit of life here. Try and get out of expansion explosion range. 4, 5, 6, 7. They have 21 mana, which is not lethal on Expansion Explosion. Even if they make it, even if they beat the clock here, it's not lethal, right? Alright, what's their username? What's their username? I can't read it. Chat, what's this person's name? We're gonna host them. Someone give me their Twitch name. Thank you. I appreciate you, chat. As for this deck, sorry, before I host them, the Sultai deck seems like gasoline. I think we would have won game 2 if I hadn't punted and got all up in my thing. What was I gonna say? Sultai control, I think the only change I'd make is cutting this and playing another Ashiok for now. This will definitely be a deck we'll probably be exploring again at some point. Shark Typhoon is the nuts, chat. Be nice to our last opponent. He seems great. Catch everybody. Everybody, catch y'all tomorrow. Stuff will be on YouTube in a little bit. I'll see you tomorrow morning.